Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to ESPRESS-O with LANLEEZE. This is episode 2. If you haven't had your coffee, don't worry, he's got you covered. Let's see what's on his mind. Thank you for joining. What the fuck? What the Hey, what is the fuck is going on? Welcome to another episode of ESPRESS-O with LANLEEZE. I'm about to jump right into this. I get it now. I get it. You know what I get?
What?
I get that anything negative that you say about black people, or whether it's, harmful to their life, or it's a lie, or it's a stereotype, or whatever the fucking case, or if you're just saying nigger, whatever the fuck it is, doesn't matter. You don't get in trouble for that.
Nope.
Because the people in charge, which Kanye said was the Jews, which mostly is not, mostly is true.
Yep.
Shit. I looked up this thing called the fucking, Who's Controlling Your Mind. It's a chart that somebody made. I looked at an old version of the chart, but it basically tell you, who's, running what companies and stuff for TV and the media. And, most of them owners is Jewish.
Yep.
And, but yeah, no, it's crazy that, Ye could say all kinds of things about slavery, and slavery was a choice, and he can put that White Lives Matter shit down there, which we know is completely just, we all know all of this shit. We all know everything going on.
Yeah.
Let's not be stupid.
No.
It ain't enough people, someone left a comment on something, said something like he should have been messing with black manufacturers and all this bullshit. And some people was like, well, that's the point. Ain't none at the top. Now, you know me, I got to do a little research. It's some black manufacturers, quite a few in the United States. But there's none in like Louis Vuitton, or I guess that's what he's looking for. But see, that's the problem. People, especially black people, sometimes like to equate success with whatever white people are doing or something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of just focusing on your own shit and being great with it.
We're great.
So yeah, it's just fucked up though. Just watching this whole situation unfold. And one good thing, first of all, let me tell you, I do not condone anything that Kanye has said lately.
No.
I don't condone it.
No condone.
Okay? So you can stop with that fuck shit right now. I know some people are tired of hearing about Kanye and all this shit. But the best thing I could say came out of this situation is the conversation. Because it got motherfuckers talking. Because when I tell you, they motherfucking lynched this guy.
Damn.
In public.
Yeah.
They motherfucking showed you that, black people, we gave you this and we will take it away. And they took away literally everything. You might as well take this motherfucker's soul. You won't break his soul. You might as well break his soul, because that's what the fuck you damn near did.
Shit.
And it sucks to see it like that. I'm like, God damn, y'all motherfuckers took away everything. But guess who they didn't take nothing away from?
Yes.
Guess who they didn't take from?
Who?
Joe Rogan, who said nigger on his fucking show 1,000 times, and he apologized. And it's okay. No, motherfucker, you feel like that. Keep that same fucking energy. Fuck Joe Rogan. You understand?
Fuck off.
This This is why I don't use the N-word. I really don't, because I feel like we have been tricked. We've been tricked. Like they back in the day, they call black people niggers, and they still do it now. And then it makes you mad when you hear a white person saying it, and we go back and forth, and then they get mad because why can't I say it? Because obviously those type of people who are saying that are racist, and they just want to say a word so bad, when honestly you should have just flipped it and start calling them niggers. The people calling you that should have called them that, because to me, they looking at us like, those racist people specifically are looking at us like, well, they call themselves niggers. We won.
Fuck you.
Nah, I don't like that at all.
No.
I mean, we really should have been. We missed the boat on that. So now everybody's a fucking nigger. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't like that shit. This is why I don't use the N-word. We need to progress and move past that shit, honestly, because everybody want to say it since we done made it, a term of endearment.
But I love you.
But I can't get on board with that. I think that's a really big misconception in the black community. So we really ought to change that. I call you my king. I'll be hearing that, using king a lot. Mm-hmm. But you goddamn right, I'm a king. I'm a goddamn goat. Goddamn, I needed a fucking funk flex bomb right there. Man, fuck that shit. Drop a bomb. Stole your shit.
That's what we do.
But yeah. What about when Donald Sterling got caught saying all them racist comments? Oh, they didn't cancel him.
What about that?
I think somebody said he was Jewish. I'm not sure about that, but
Not sure.
They didn't cancel him. What about you? What about Trump and Matt Gaetz being actual sexual predators?
Pedophiles.
What about that? What about actual Congress people, Marjorie Taylor Greene, saying anti-Semitic shit too? What about that?
What about it?
What about actual people? See, this is the thing that that people don't understand. I do not be giving a fuck about a lot of shit unless it pertains to my daily life. What's going on with Kanye, the exposure of what he showed, I mean, we already kind of knew that there wasn't really no help and no black people, and it's okay to bash black people, but what he just did just put that shit to the forefront. So that's why we're having the conversation.
Let's talk.
But for the most part, people just got to understand that what happened with him doesn't necessarily control your life. You can ignore Kanye if you want to, but I know a lot of y'all don't. But what we can't ignore is these motherfuckers in charge of our daily life and the motherfucking laws and shit, and they over here playing games. You should be furious at them.
Angry.
Furious.
Mad.
That shit crazy to me.
Fuck.
There's a documentary that I was telling a lot of people to go watch on HBO Max called The Swamp. And it kind of went under the radar. Me and my wife watched it, and she usually don't even give a shit about the political shit like that in that sense. But it intrigues me because this documentary went into during the impeachment and showing, showing Congress and how they work. And it followed Matt Gaetz through the whole thing, which just showed what I took from that whole documentary is that they playing games with your lives. And I felt like everybody should have saw that, because I'm like, this need to make motherfuckers pissed, because they over here being like, oh, well, if the Democrats don't do it like this, then blah, blah, blah. They all know each other. Like, that shit is fucking insane. Insanity. Chappelle said the same thing, too, about him signing the contract and all the people in the room telling him, oh, this is a great contract. This is a great contract. And then he thought, but what if everybody in the room knows each other? They do. They do. Most of them at the top do. and I'm talking about the top of companies or whatever, I'm just trying to get some of this Black Tyler Perry money. Like that's what I'm trying to get. That right there is wealth to me. And even then, I don't know. I don't know. This canceling thing is. I'm over half that shit. All I gotta do is say go vote, because they got your boy Herschel Walker up here. They love this type of shit. This is why they doing this shit with Kanye. They love the black men on the forefront looking crazy, and they keep labeling the motherfucker as crazy. What I believe about Kanye is that he always got a problem getting his message out. He also did admit that he had bipolar, and that it work out different for different people. He said this on Letterman, and he also said that it to him, when it all kicks in without medication, I guess he paranoid about everything, and it makes sense, like literally everything, to the point to where he think people out to kill him. And it sounded like he was going through an episode lately, which to me kind of explain why he be doing all this fucking right wing left stuff. But also, I think some of that shit come from just trying to be like a white man, or trying to get white man's approval, which
You got it.
whatever. But we can't have that shit defining a group of fucking people, and not even Herschel Walker. This man Herschel Walker so goddamn stupid, and they definitely want him up front all the time. They want this man to be right there in your face, in the forefront, talking about all his baby mamas and look. I don't want to talk about it. I didn't. It's all lies. Shut your stupid ass up.
That boy dumb.
It's all lies. It ain't lies though. They got a ton of evidence. That shit's so crazy to me. We gotta stop letting people for real slide. And they be pressing them sometimes, talking about, oh yeah, well there's evidence that you did this. I sign a whole lot of cards, but it's your signature. Shut your stupid ass. That boy fucking wild, bro. Damn, boy, we are fucked up. I just feel like a lot of shit is, I mean, honestly, I think everything is cyclical, so I believe people done went through something similar before, but we in a day and age where, because of technology has made us feel like we've progressed, we really haven't as a human. And it shows. They still doing the same old shit. Black people do this, blah, blah, blah. This is the thing, too. They've been so feared. Cat Williams, I think, said something about this once in a little bit, where he was saying that they feared that black people was going to retaliate and because of slavery and come back, and it never happened because we're better people and all that shit. And but right now there's somebody out there saying the time for being better people is over.
Destruction. Do it.
Y'all really don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen with any fucking race. I mean, as it is, these goddamn maggots are always trying to band together and do some type of fucking overthrowing the government. But and they did it after feeling like they fucking lost for 2 seconds. That shit crazy. Get this motherfucker Herschel Walker out. Get all these motherfuckers out. We cannot have this shit. We really don't need to take this shit. We really just gotta fucking go forward. Fuck that motherfucker.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Leslie Jordan, too, on the side. This motherfucker had me dying all the time on the internet. But man, it just sucks that anti-blackness is cool to a lot of motherfuckers. I saw something else. Somebody said, y'all black people was still buying Kanye stuff. And at first I started thinking, I was like, I mean, not really. I know a lot of black people that really stopped fucking with him when he said slavery was a choice, which he clarified that he meant slavery, like contractual slavery or whatever, and he chose to be a slave to Adidas, which makes sense. But I mean, I just looked at it when he, like, that song New Slaves that he did is that's basically kind of what he talking about, is what I felt like. But he could have been talking about actual slaves. I don't really care. Whatever he said does not, it's annoying and it's bad. Overall, I don't think it bothers me that much, to the point where, unless we gonna make a fucking change, but we're not slaves right now, so I'm just gonna call him an idiot and move the fuck on with my life, basically, and try not to be a slave to everybody. While y'all out there worrying about the Gucci this, the Louis this, the motherfucker, you know, while y'all worry about all that bullshit, could have been starting our own Louis this and all that shit. So Kanye basically need to go ahead and goddamn open up boutiques in Atlanta, and then he gonna goddamn get some more money again. I mean, technically his name is not over, but he do need to sit down. He need to sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
my buddy need to sit down for a minute.
Have a seat.
For real. Y'all, it is a lot of people just worried about all the fucking wrong things. I saw something where Quavo was talking about them Richard Mille watches and how they act like they ain't got enough watches. Why do y'all want the shit that fucking bad? If you on a wait list for fucking $500,000, $1 million watches, at that point, start your own watch company.
I mean,
or make your own watches. Or how about this? Rappers, open your own jewelry company, because it look like Asian dudes and fucking well, let's just say Asian, because it's a lot of Indian people too, and sometimes Persian. I don't know. All I know is everybody except black people right now I see doing, and I know there are some black owned diamond businesses, but it ain't coming from these fucking rappers who have millions and millions of dollars.
spend that shit.
But you on a label. Oh man, this shit crazy, man. Everybody could have been a lot of people could have been doing shit on their own. I always say that this success start from the ground up, literally. If you don't have no fucking land, then you don't have shit. These motherfuckers will buy land and charge everybody to put something on it. And in this country, we paying on our land forever.
America.
So, oh man, that shit is crazy how y'all be. But really, I mean, yeah, put some passion into it. Put some passion into something else instead of being like, yeah, we do this. I mean, I know some rappers own real estate and all that shit, but honestly, that flipping house shit to me is over with. If you want the black community to grow and all that shit, let's start thinking outside the box. Let's start opening up all kinds of other companies instead of, I don't fucking know. There's a lot of black owned companies out there, but sometimes when I look at these rappers, I'm like, y'all really care a lot about these motherfucking chains and shit, and they be costing millions. You walking around with millions of dollars on your body to flex? So I can look at you and be like, whoa, those are millions. I don't care. You tell me that you fucking started you tell me that you opened a warehouse and employed a bunch of black people and started a whole goddamn company. Then I'll be like, wow, how'd you do it? Wowzers. I don't know. I think bigger. Some people just don't. So, speaking of passion, here in this city, you know, I'll be looking for food because I told y'all I love to eat. I be eating. And I got on TikTok and all I typed in was eating in Atlanta. I ain't type in no black owned blah blah blah. I just typed in eating in Atlanta and nothing but black owned places came up. Now, I know some of y'all like, oh, well, that's fire. That's fire. Let's fire that. That is showing black-owned businesses. The problem is when you look at the page and I scroll through, you can tell it's all about the same shit. Sugary drinks, seafood, sugary drinks, seafood. And all that shows me is that, at least in this city, I'm not seeing, and I know there's a lot of black people that think outside about it because, believe me, I'm a part of that crew. But when I see that shit, I hate that type of shit being in the forefront because people just be ready to stereotype us. And I'm like, God damn, all I typed in was eating in Atlanta, and they didn't have not one person showcased one of the top restaurants in the city. I went to all them damn pages. Trust me, I look at everybody's food page. I damn near follow most of them, unless you just going to a bunch of bullshit places all the time, because I can see that a lot. But I damn near follow all of them, and I hate things being predictable, especially with black people, because I mean, people just be ready to fucking stereotype. Hate that shit being predictable like that.
I hate it.
But eating in Atlanta has, I had looked it up because I've been hearing a lot of complaints from everybody about how the food lately has been, or these new places that's opening are just real mediocre. And it's true. Everybody is just out for a little money grab, so they will, put, God damn, that P was kind of hard. I didn't want to be pushing P. That was stupid. Anyway, no, there's no passion with some of these new places, and this is really what I'm hearing and what I'm getting around, because they don't have everyone just making the bare minimum food, and I don't like that shit. Atlanta don't even have no Michelin star restaurants, man. Like, people really just paying. People want an experience when they go out, and I know it's some people that go out just purposely looking for something to go wrong. When I go out, I'm looking for the experience and some really good food and service. That's it. And if all three are okay, then the place was okay. But that's really what we on. Like, everybody wants the experience, and some of these places is slacking. But, if you hit me up, send me a message, follow me on IG at LANLEEZE, follow me on Twitch. I got a Mortal Kombat fight coming up in a few days at LANLEEZE. YouTube.com/LANLEEZE TV. If you follow me, I'll tell you about the goddamn places. I'll tell you about some good spots.
I got you.
But I be knowing spots. People ask me about the food all the time because they know I be fucking hungry. I don't give a shit. I eat, man. That's what we do. You might can hear my dog lapping water in the back. I should have goddamn put your ass in the cage. You about to fuck up my whole shit. God damn it. But yeah, hopefully these restaurants tighten up, and we can move forward with that. But anyway, so what's coming up? Halloween. Halloween. I talked briefly about my sister who passed, but she passed away in December of 2020. Right at the end of 2020, which was the worst shit, because of course when something like that hits home, you're just like, God damn, the year been shitty already. Then we end with this right before Christmas too. But Halloween was one of her favorite holidays, and she used to have little parties and stuff like that, and I think I never, when I was younger, Halloween was, fun for me because I really was doing it to get that candy, we trying to get that free shit. And then it was fun, but like as we got older, I remember my wife, she starts seeing how annoyed I would get. And I think it's because when we became adults, motherfuckers was throwing Halloween parties and then everybody trying to dress up. But then they was taking the dress up shit way too serious. We spending way too much goddamn money for this party that everybody gonna get drunk and start motherfucking sweating their makeup out, taking off their wigs and doing all type of shit. That shit used to drive me crazy. But, you know, as I got older, I just kind of dealt with it because I'm like, oh, people like to dress up. I mean, you like to dress up sometimes because people don't want to see themselves really like that or be themselves for the night. If we can be a whole nother character, then we can act stupid. Which is basically, I think, a lot of people's mindset when it comes to that. But you know me, I had to look up history of Halloween because I saw somebody post something and say, "Oh, I ain't celebrating Halloween because the devil and blah blah blah." I'm like, oh, here we go, humans again doing some bullshit so that I don't fucking know. Like, just goddamn live. You know, sometimes I know that religion be helping people a lot and help save people, but goddamn, like that should be also stopping you from living. But also, people don't never have a real true understanding. Halloween was created to celebrate the dead, and that's what it is. So we celebrate, we dress up and all this shit. But everybody done made it a big ass deal. What are you wearing? You doing this? Blah, blah, blah. Because it really was to celebrate the dead.
Yeah.
And now y'all done turn into devil this and... God damn it. Just goddamn put on your motherfucking fake mustache and go out there. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? You know, I talked about Black Panther last episode and how I was ready to see it, and I'm more hyped because I got to see some of the red carpet and that shit looks fire. But somebody I work with told me, "Hey, did you see what's up with the black people in Black Panther?" He's Mexican. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "You know, the black people versus the Mexicans because Namor is played by a Mexican." I'm like, boy, I ain't heard one thing about that shit. And even if that is going on, y'all shut the fuck up with that shit. I can't push that narrative. I'm so tired of people. Y'all, do y'all understand? They keep talking about we divided. And it's true. A lot of the country is. But they strategically did this. The term, I don't know if y'all familiar, but this term I've always heard this most of my life. Divide and conquer.
You hear that?
It's easy to conquer when people are divided. Let me play you this. I had just saw this rando clip of Pimp C talking about the record labels because there's all type of shit floating around because of Kanye goddamn doing all his shit and them taking his life and lynching him in public. But no, listen to what Pimp C say.
These record labels are inclined to keep us as dumb as possible. They know that if we get to communicating and putting our heads together and comparing notes, that we're gonna figure out some shit real fast. They also know that if we get on the same page, it's a chance that we could unionize. They really don't want that. They don't want rappers united. They don't want artists united. They want division, because divided they can conquer.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't that hard to figure out. It ain't that hard to see.
Nope.
This is all they've been doing. And that's why everyone's like, we gotta work together. How do we work together? We all just really gotta be on the same page. I mean, taking it back to the whole thing, even the news has noticed that the reaction to Kanye has been so swift And then they're like questioning themselves. Listen to this shit right here too. I was like, listen to y'all ass, but I'll tell you what it is.
2013, Kanye put the Confederate flag on his merchandise. In 2015, he said racism is a dated concept. In 2020,
don't condone.
He said that slavery was a choice.
Don't condone.
During that time period, what happened to Kanye? He got bigger and bigger contracts, and he got richer and richer. What does it say about us as a culture and a society that we were okay with that racism? And we've rightfully so drawn a line today. We've drawn a line now. But what did take so long?
Oh, you know what took so long? Racist. Because nobody gives a fuck about black people. And we just got to start giving a super fuck about ourselves. And I know we do, but you know what I mean. They keep portraying everything. All these rappers is going even more violent. And it truly is. I mean, I hate to say that and admit it, but yeah, rap has gotten really violent. But I mean, rap has been violent, but it's been a reflection of the neighborhoods of people. And they was just letting people know what really goes on in the streets. But now it just seemed like motherfuckers just want to be hard and be gangster, even if they're not from the streets. And they all want ops and everybody's getting killed. So I definitely don't condone that shit. Let's get back to some motherfucking fun music, you know? Even going to the Pimp C thing, too. I saw another thing where Michael Jackson even knew, and he mentioned something like that. So, yeah, we're going to have to goddamn take down everything and rebuild, you know? So, yeah, let's get to that. Yeah, well, let's switch up. Y'all know that I work in a restaurant. And if you don't know, now you know, bitch. I'm not saying the N-word. Not saying it. But sometimes I follow little things on Reddit to see, what people in my city is thinking. This is how I just gather rando knowledge from different things, because I got to know I think it's important to kind of know what's going on in your own city and to know your surroundings too. And on the internet, sometimes a lot of people chit chat about their shit, especially on Reddit. They're going to tell you what's going on in your city or whatever. But I was just looking at tipping, and I don't even know. I was just looking at the server shit to see what servers complaining about nowadays. And I got caught into this celebrity tipping, and they were like, Atlanta bartenders and servers, what's your celebrity tipping or whatever, or tell us about celebrities tipping. And some of these is hilarious. There's one person talking about Ludacris, $20 on 280 and shook hands like a girl. Weak ass handshake. They went in a lot on CeeLo too. Talk about he was high as giraffe pussy, tipped 10%. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. You know what? Matter of fact, look at this shit. I'm gonna tell you about this. This person says they tip better than celebrities, and sometimes I pretty much tip like this person. They said 35 to 50% when the server really goes out their way to make our experience exceptional. 25 to 30% for the expected level of service. 15% if they're a turd and deserve to be fired. Now, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what I'm on. So, then they talk about Andre 3000, and they talk about how he was quiet, laid back, super nice. The person said they don't know how he tipped though. And I had posted this whole little screenshot of all these comments on my Instagram. And a friend of mine reminded me that Andre used to come into our business tipping 10%. God damn it, Andre.
My baby don't mess around.
We really need to educate people on the tipping scale. Also, don't tell me about, the food, blah, 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 blah. No, bitch. You came out to eat. If you got money and you gonna sit here and flex your steak and lobster, do not leave no fucking $5 tip. actually look up a tipping scale. Actually realize that we are in inflation. And $5 ain't shit.
No!
Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all?
Damn!
Damn. Anyway,
Tip!
I had to get that one off my chest
Goddamn
because I'm
right.
tired of the $5 tips. So we got to get it together.
Yeah.
Who are the best tippers, you ask? You didn't ask that?
Who?
I don't know. Honestly, it varies through scale, but I do know rich people do not tip that well. These business card people who got an expense thing. Could you put the motherfucking liquor on another tab? Man, you got to do goddamn paperwork and shit trying to close them out. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get the fuck. Oh, man. All right, well. I won't tire y'all anymore with my ranting. Just know that shit needs to change and we got to apply pressure. I got some more shit to talk about, but you know, we stretched it this time. They gonna keep getting longer and longer. So congratulations to me. I done goddamn stretched this motherfucking podcast out to damn near 35 minutes. So hopefully y'all join again because I got some more to say, you know. We always talking. This is the podcast. It ain't the best podcast yet, but it will be. Go ahead and follow me on everything and stay tuned. Add this motherfucker, download me. Yep.